They got rid of our guy, AQ Shipley, which we didn't love, but he has now found a home with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he is officially signed, by the way. Now,
Really?
I'm not sure he is officially signed. They've agreed to terms. I believe that happened a few days ago. But he had to take a physical. Plus, with the COVID-19 quarantine, before your physical, you travel out there, you take the test, you have to be quarantined. Then you got to do this. Then you got to be quarantined. I mean, it's a whole process. And I think Tom Pelissaro talked to us about that. I think last week he gave us a conversation about how the process for people to work out for teams is a long one. Like if somebody gets hurt now and you want to have a workout to potentially fill that role, they have to quarantine for at least 2 negative tests. Then they got to do this. Then they got to do this. Then they can work out. Then you might sign. It's very, very interesting. I believe AQ is potentially in the middle of quarantine right now, probably watching. Want to let you know, AQ, a lot of people, the conversation happening around us is that we should be mad at you for not letting us break the news. And I understand where those people are coming from.
Sure.
There was a lot of passionate people that were like, hey, how can AQ not let you break that news there? And I would like to let AQ know, we don't worry about that. Hey, AQ, you just go make that team, okay? You go play football good down there in Tampa. And next time you give us a piece of information like a month ahead of time of it being announced, I'm not going to sit on it. I just want you to know I'm not going to sit on it, okay? I just can't do it. No, I don't give a damn about that. I'm happy Shefty got that and released it. But we did know for quite some time that this is probably going to happen.
Over under on how many weeks until Tom loves AQ and then Tom comes on this show?
Well, a lot of people I saw you guys start cooking up that angle as well, and a lot of people were tweeting that you guys are probably cooking up that angle. Okay, so now that we got a friend in the building, numerous friends in the building, numerous friends in the building. Now maybe AQ can do a soft pitch to potentially get him on the show. I'm not gonna have AQ. AQ needs to worry about not getting COVID, and AQ needs to worry about football. Okay. Now, granted, how long until Tom Brady realizes that AQ Shipley is a specimen of a human that he has never met before and he is deeply intrigued and entertained by him? I think that's going to happen rather quickly. Like AQ is probably going to be quiet a little bit early, going to kind of figure out where he's at. But once AQ gets comfortable down there, I think Tom Brady is going to be like, what the hell is this thing? And I am pumped for that moment to happen. AQ also, by the way, great football player. Little man has leverage. And I think he knows that offense inside and out, and he's in the best shape of his life. The guy wouldn't even hit our buffet at the wedding because he was so worried about him being in shape or whatever. I'm happy for him. Very, very happy for him.
Is there a chance – we know AQ very well. We don't know Tom that well, but we have an idea of what Tom is as a human. Yeah. Is there a chance Tom absolutely despises AQ Shipley?
Nah, I don't think so. Everything I've heard about Tom, he will not hate AQ Shipley. I believe he will like. I think Tom, by the way, everybody talks about him being like one of the best teammates. Like he is. That's
one of
like,
the guys.
That's like the type of thing.
So he can put those personal differences aside for the will to win for the greater good of the team.
No, I don't think there'll be any personal difference. I think he will look at AQ and say, guys, what the hell is this thing? I honestly, which, by the way, a lot of people's reaction. You go, what the hell is this thing? And then you're like so intrigued, and then you enjoy him, you know? He's the type of guy that would let Adam Schefter break the news of his new signing instead of like some of his best friends or whatever.
But just wait when AQ orders 30 pizzas.
Well, yeah, that's going to be tough.
Brady will hate that.
I don't know if Tom's going to be all in with the 30 pizzas in one night move. I don't know if he's going to be down with that. But AQ, that was his cheat day. He said, "Hey, that was my cheat day."
Yep.
He's down to 290 some pounds. I don't think he's ever been there for his entire career. I mean, he's feeling good.
Do you see AQ jumping on TB12?
No, I do. That is something I do not believe is going to happen.
Really?
The immunity pills?
I'll tell you what. If Tom says, "Hey, AQ, you want to try this?" I would assume AQ will try it. But I'm not sure how long it will last. But hey, maybe this is a new AQ. Maybe this will be the best AQ. We're not 100% sure.
TB12 AQ.
Nick, to your point, and this is what Tom does. Tom will take AQ's personality traits, plug them into his algorithm in his head, and beep, boop, beep, boop. Oh, people expect me to be friends with this guy. I'll be friends with this guy.
All right. 19 minutes after the hour, I didn't know Tom's brain goes beep, boop, beep, boop.
All robots do.
You're an idiot. I'm very intrigued by that. I mean, we did know for numerous days. Oh, yeah? We just had to sit there. It was very difficult to sit there. But if I wasn't in the middle of a fight for my life there, I would assume I would have let it slip out at some point.
Probably.
But it was, if you start putting the pieces together, when I was on Get Up like 2 months ago, I said, friends of mine that are free agents that are older are literally trying to get down to Tampa to ring chase. So I think this is becoming a new thing. So that was when That was when this idea was, I think, floated that it could happen.
A hint.
And I don't know if that was just AQ hoping at that point, but I'm happy the guy's down there. It's where he wanted to be. He's pumped to be back with Bruce Arians. Loves Clyde Christensen. And that team looks like that offense is going to be good. I don't think he's expecting to do anything. I think he's just happy to be a part of it and like, let's go to work. Good for that round mound of man.